Okay, let's talk about something that happens to, well, a lot of us once we hit 40. It's that feeling, right? That little nagging sense that your focus just isn't what it used to be. If you've been feeling that, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down why this is happening, and I promise it's going to be simple, clear, and actually pretty reassuring.
I mean, does this ring a bell for you? Maybe you walk into a room and just completely blank on why you're there. Or you find yourself reading the same paragraph over and over. You might just feel like you're a step slower than you used to be, or that your mind is just cluttered. These feelings can be kind of jarring, but listen, there's something you really need to hear right now.
First things first, it's not just you, and it is totally 100% normal. This isn't a sign that something's wrong with you. It's actually a sign that your brain is going through a really natural and honestly kind of fascinating transformation. So let's just take a breath and look at what's really going on in there.
So here's the big idea, the thing I really want you to get. Your brain isn't failing or declining. Think of it more like it's getting a major software update. It's just shifting its priorities. And understanding that shift is the key to working with your brain instead of feeling like you're fighting against it.
Think of it like this, right? A younger brain is like a sprinter. It's amazing at small, fast details. Bam, bam, bam. But the brain after 40, it's more like a seasoned strategist. It's not sprinting anymore, it's stepping back to see the whole map. It's connecting dots nobody else sees. It trades some of that rapid-fire speed for a deeper, more big-picture perspective.
And you feel this shift, right? It shows up in your day-to-day life. Because your brain is busy looking at that big picture, trying to jump between a bunch of little tasks feels harder. A simple notification on your phone can suddenly feel like a huge interruption, totally derailing your train of thought. Your focus becomes, a bit more fragile.
So you see, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Your brain is literally evolving to be more thoughtful and less reactive. But of course, this internal change doesn't happen in a bubble. There are other things at play here too.
Because it's not just about what's happening inside your head. The life you've actually lived has a huge impact on your mental clarity. And it starts with something we all do, or try to do, every single night. Yep, sleep. Even if you're in bed for a solid 8 hours, the quality of your sleep naturally gets a little more delicate after 40. You might be waking up more without even realizing it, or spending less time in that super deep restorative sleep. That's the sleep your brain desperately needs to clean house and file away memories. So even a subtle shift here can really affect your focus the next day.
And what about stress? Oh yeah, that plays a huge part too. The same pressures you might have just shrugged off in your 20s can now have a much bigger impact. Your brain becomes more sensitive to stress hormones like cortisol, and that can lead directly to that feeling of brain fog or forgetfulness. It's like there's this constant low-level static in your head, making it harder to hear the important stuff.
Which brings us to this really important idea, mental load. This isn't just about the stress from one bad day. No, this is the total, cumulative weight of everything you carry around in your head. Imagine a backpack that you've been adding things to for 40+ years. Well, it's getting heavy.
So what's in that backpack? Just everything. Decades of work knowledge, family logistics, remembering to pay the bills, worrying about your health, your parents' health, all of it. Your brain is juggling way more information than it ever has before. So is it any wonder you feel mentally full? It's not a memory problem, it's a capacity issue.
Okay, so we've talked about the why, but now we get to the most important part of this whole conversation. It's time to reframe this entire experience. We've got to stop thinking of this as a weakness and start seeing it for what it actually is.
It's all about a trade-off, really. Yeah, trying to juggle 5 things at once, it gets a lot harder. Your brain actually starts to resist that kind of frantic switching. But the reason it's resisting is because it's prioritizing depth. Instead of just skimming the surface of a bunch of things, it wants to go deep on one thing. And that leads to more thoughtful, more nuanced, and frankly, much wiser decisions. And this, right here, is the core message. This is what I really want you to take away. The shift you're feeling isn't something you need to fight. It's a milestone. It's a sign of maturity. It's your brain telling you it's ready for a different and maybe more meaningful way of thinking.
So, knowing all this, what can we actually do about it? How can we support our brains through this change? The answer isn't about trying to force your brain to act young again. It's about creating the right environment for your new, wiser mind to do its best work.
And here are 5 really simple but powerful ways to do just that. And I want you to notice, none of these are extreme or crazy. We're talking about things like taking slow breaks, not just scrolling on your phone,
Sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, making your workspace a little quieter, moving your body every day, and, my favorite, writing things down. Get it out of your head. These are all just gentle acts of kindness for your mind. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to fix aging. You can't, and nothing is broken anyway. The goal is just support. It's about being a compassionate partner to your own brain, understanding what it needs now, and giving it the tools to thrive.
So the next time you get frustrated because you lost your train of thought, I want you to try and remember this. Your brain isn't failing you, it's just operating on a new frequency, one that's wiser, maybe a little slower, and a lot more mindful.
And really, that's the question to leave with. Understanding all of this is the first step, but being kind to yourself is the action. So, what's one small, gentle thing you can do today to honor the incredible, mature, and wise brain that you have?